Previously on the Goblin Market, the Forever King is dead, soul contracts are void, and the Kingsmoot is calling. Dinfa and Eabis absorbed the thousands of souls from Moradin's hammer, triggering a magical explosion of foresight, and through projections of the crew 12 hours into the past for 25 glorious minutes. Their projections scouted the likely moot location in Hardat, spoke to Sheba, and Gregor and Wesley at the beginning of a battle between the Wince and Collier's monstrous army. The crew projects themselves to the Temple Mount, where a giant stone door sits closed and inert. Eabis uses her chime of opening, and the stone swings open. They see light shining down a staircase, a helmet. The face under the helmet appears. Just before Eabis can make out what manner of creature ascends to the Hardat eastern plains, they are back in Vivanax's cottage. Dinfa holds Moradin's hammer, totally drained of all of its souls, his grip unsure, and then the hammer sifts through his fingers, fine as the ashes in the ruins of Belenond. Find out what happens this week on the Goblin Market.
The river they tread, only to be swept on.
Morning and evening you may hear the cry, candies and berries and baubles to try, sweet to the tongue and sound to the eye, but heed words of caution when you then decide to come by, come by, come by, come by, come by.
Just beware the Goblin Market.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. You're listening to Dungeon Dads. As always, I'm your DM, Tom Blaylock, and I'm joined today by John Watson, who's playing Dinfa. Sam Frake, who's playing Charnak, the botanist.
Yeah.
And Tim Carr is playing Eabis. It's been a day, apparently.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be loose tonight.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be loose. It's
Listen.
going to be loose, but it's going to be tight. You know what I mean? It's going to be loose, but it's gonna be tight. It's going to be free, but it's going to be railroaded. It's going to be all the things. You guys ready for it?
I'm just glad you didn't teach me how to use this hammer that's now like a pile of dust.
Right, seriously. That would have been awful.
I was regretting that decision until last episode.
Until last episode. I'm glad you...
The evil orb.
It probably would have changed things, Tim, if you'd have chosen to learn to use the hammer.
Yeah, well.
But, having a spinning, what was it?
It's
5d8?
constantly being able... No, it was a constantly... Oh, yeah, I mean...
I think that was a damage.
I
That
mean,
would've
we'd
been
rather have
incredible.
4 player levels,
Yeah.
truth be told, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. She got one level.
Right,
Right.
and
And the level
Dinfa
up,
got
right.
3.
And Dinfa
Three,
got 3.
baby.
And Charnak got a spell. And I got a robe.
Great spell.
All right. Well, so you guys are back in Vivanax's cottage. Charnak is walking out. It's weird because Charnak, you remember all the projections. You remember going back in time. You remember walking out again from the crown. You remember the trip to Hardat. You remember Sheba. You remember going up to the temple and Eabis opening up the door and many somethings like climbing up toward you. You had 2 armies there that you remember. You had the army of Gregor Went, and his uncle Wesley Went was there, and they were saying that the king of Hardat was on his way to help them against Collier, the ogres, the kobolds, the monsters, and the dragon. But so now you're back, and it's actually 12 hours after that sort of adventure that you had. You have, in fact, changed the past. And Charnak, you get to the front door and you open it up. And you remember that you were looking for Vivanax, but you don't remember why. And then it
That's
comes
good
to you.
because I wasn't actually looking for Vivanax.
Who were you looking for?
I just wanted to get out of the room for a second.
Okay. All right. So we'll be with you then. You get out of the room.
Okay. I am going to send my consciousness into my bird spy, who in the 12 hours intervening should have made its trip.
Yes. Your bird, the tufted titmouse, which you are still dominating, is sitting, and you can see out the eyes, and you are actually on the shoulder of Splendor.
Okay. I am going to use this physical contact to dominate Splendor's mind.
Okay. It fits you like a glove.
Peck, 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 peck. And I'm in.
You're in. You're in.
I am going to find a piece of parchment and a quill, and I am going to write out the instructions that we discussed offline.
Okay.
In great detail, and then I am going to return to my body.
Okay. And you actually return to your body like you sort of were going to sit down crisscross applesauce, and you entered the bird, and you entered Splendor, and you are just getting to the point where you're sitting down and about to roll back when you catch yourself.
And I get up and I go back in the room and I go, I can't even remember what I was going to get Vivinax for.
Do you remember? Did you all experience all of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
How do you feel, Dinfa?
I feel amazing. I'm like wiggling my fingers, opening my hands, and closing them, and feeling the extra muscle and just feeling the power. I felt, it was strange, but I felt like I was in control of our time jump. But I don't know exactly how, but it feels like I can do anything.
I'm going to pick a piece of fruit up off the table and hurl it at Dinfa.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
All right. He's
I
going to
just
hurl it
roll
at me.
D20.
I'm gonna polearm master with my halberd. 10 feet.
19.
It's an attack roll for Sam.
I bet that's a hit.
Yeah, he's throwing it.
Can I hit it when it comes into within 10 feet of me with my halberd?
Okay, I will. You're gonna try to bat it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to try to slice it in two, Fruit Ninja style.
Slice it in half. Hi-ya!
So if you defeat his attack roll, which he rolled a 19, he has a +7. Is that right? 8 for
no. I for thrown weapons.
Thrown weapons.
0.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Strength of 10.
Okay.
Right. And I'm gonna go reckless and just pull out my halberd and
all right.
Natural 20. That's a 30. Slice it right in half.
No, so guys, this is what happens though. So he reaches for the halberd. He looks like he's about to hit it with the butt end, and he actually like swings right past it, and then it swings around, and the blade catches it on the backswing and slices the apple in half, and the half that's facing Dinfa, like he reaches over and catches it with his left hand after spinning the halberd with his right hand.
Yes, you are more powerful. It is not merely a drug-induced euphoria.
Did you see that? Wow. Amazing. Eabis, you absorbed a ton of souls too, yes?
I did absorb some souls.
I throw the apple at Eabis.
All right, roll me a d20.
I throw the apple half at Eabis. 3.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I just look at him and let it fly right by me.
It just flies. It's like not even close.
Maybe
Actually,
that was me. Maybe that was you.
Actually,
You will never know.
mine's a +10, so that would have been a 13.
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Wow, Eabis, even you. You did that. You did that with your mind. You moved it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I feel like we've done it. I feel ready.
That's good.
Yes.
That makes one of us.
What is our next move then?
What the fuck did we open in the temple?
Yes. What the fuck did we? Were those the screamers that
It's a bold move, Eabis.
I'm sorry, I made up for what you could not accomplish, but
Well, but look, we had both factions were against us. If we can get more players off the board, the better.
as long as it does not end up with more players on the board.
Well, I mean, we took them out before with no problem.
You're letting those souls go to your head, I think.
They should be
Let's not get cocky.
easier.
Well, my thought is, if there's nothing but chaos and Hardat, then maybe they choose not to even go there for the final battle.
Maybe.
Maybe we can pick where to go.
And no sooner have you said that a golden vision appears in front of each of you.
Oh, this guy again.
Um,
I don't know if I get used to this. Like, what if I'm in the middle of a battle and this guy just wants to start talking to me?
and
I can't pee when people are watching.
and just like before, you can hear it in your teeth. And so when you close your mouth tight, you can hear it in your ears through the bone of your jaw. And it's Fitzrall, the true king of the goblins that you slaughtered inside the crown. And he says,
It's a pre-recorded message.
yeah, pre-recorded message. Welcome, those who would be king. When you are ready, the moot can be joined. You have 36 hours remaining. And then he blinks out.
Does that mean we need to go now to find our additional, or do we have that time once it starts?
I do not know. I think once we say we are ready, that means we are ready.
Does it behoove us to get there early?
Tom.
Yeah.
Would I know anything about that?
You know, I mean, you, again, we talked about this last episode. All of the knowledge you have about Kingsmoots, it's like shrouded in mythology and old stories. There's like a weird romance that you know about that talks about it. And it was one of the second, third, and fourths that were all in a weird love triangle. So like you can kind of back out of it somewhat, and I'll give you an advantage history check to get sort of to plumb your mind and sort of reverse engineer what might be coming.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. 29.
Shit. Okay. Well, I mean, you have a plus 11 to history.
I do.
So you know of 3 stories of Kingsmoots, and 2 of them are about the same Kingsmoot, but from different perspectives. All 3 of them begin with a massive feast, a party where the would-be kings and the originals and everyone nominated for it kind of have a bit of a caucus. So in the romance that you remember, one of the men who was very popular for king had 16 people sort of lend them his vote, but the woman he was in love with only voted for herself and chose not to step down. So she was going to be one of the people actually vying in like Mortal Kombat to become king. And at the last minute, he decided to throw his weight toward her after the meal. And the sad thing was that she had already poisoned him. And so he threw his weight behind her just as he began to foam at the mouth. And the big romance story was she decided to kiss him and poison herself as well. And so that story ended up the number 3 in their group, who would have been, 3 of the 4 people fighting in the sort of final countdown, ended up taking over all of their votes. And there was a lot of scandal about whether or not he had actually orchestrated the whole thing. But that's not necessarily in the story, right? So,
but that all felt like it was. They had all agreed to do the Kingsmoot. They went to the moot, and before everything kicked off, they had a meal.
The Kingsmoot is so much more than a fight. It's a party. It's a coming together. It's a chance to like secure votes. It's a chance to try and scare like others into like dropping out and not like competing. And one of the Kingsmoots, so there's like the two the two from the same moot that ended up, you don't even know who won the Kingsmoot. You assume it was Fitzrall because that's the only true Kingsmoot that you've ever that you really know for sure happened. But the other one is sort of from a history that is directly about the Horde. And in that one, it's clearly like a sort of perverted version of the true Kingsmoot. And that one reads more like a stupid history that like someone's just listing facts, but now you know enough to know that none of those facts are true. But that did start with a feast. It did start with voting. And a lot of people want to prolong the voting in these stories. So there are people who they're getting free food. They would prefer the thing to get decided, not an open battle, but rather in other ways.
But it read like probably the whole thing took like a week,
days, usually days.
Yeah.
Well, I think from what I understand, if we can figure out who our fort is and we all go in, we could either do it now or we could do it there at the moot. The moot might take a few days before it all kicks off.
Yes. My greatest concern and also my greatest hope at the moment is that our slaying of Fitzrall was so sudden that Marcinax would not have had time to gather anything from the archive, and that the archive is now closed to him. Does the moot take place at the Azure Foundry? Where is the Kingsmoot?
So you have a symbol to draw.
That's right, and it's not the Azure Foundry.
You don't know where it is.
Yeah, I don't even think we know exactly how it gets chosen.
Yeah,
we assumed it's a popularity thing, but.
Remind me of the ways we have to mentally speak to each other.
I can connect with you wherever you are, one at a time. I can connect with Dinfa one at a time. I haven't cast it, but I do have Raries.
Oh, that's a ritual. You can cast that as a ritual, right?
Except didn't we have this conversation last time? I don't know if I'm a ritual.
But Raries doesn't go across planes, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because here's what I am thinking, that we may have to split up. And that Eabis may go to the Kingsmoot now and get the lay of the land. Tell us who is there, who has arrived. And when Marcinax arrives, we know the Azure Foundry is empty. And we can investigate.
Investigate
the archive.
But how do we get in?
I draw the symbol in the air. To the Azure Foundry or to the archive?
The archive, is it closed?
We won't be able to access it, but the guy was pretty talkative. We might at least find out if it's been accessed or if anything's missing.
That is a very good point. And Tom, you weren't.
Although, knowing that, I don't know what we would do about it.
Well, we would have knowledge. Any knowledge is good. Tom, you were saying that it's closed to the king. That just means that the king can't get anything out of it?
Yeah, currently no one can get anything out of it.
But we can still go talk to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how to get in from before, assuming that it wasn't tied directly to King Fitzrall's life. You should be able to go to the Azure Foundry, go to the wood, write on the tree, and offer up a magic item like you did last time.
What about Gregor?
That is my concern number 2. I still do not know what role he is intended to play in this. Is he Marsanax's new home? What is...
I am confused about Collier's status in this, and I had a thought about Gregor. I don't know if it is possible, but if we can keep him away from the Kingsmoot, we may hamstring the whole thing.
What is he for? He is for housing minds. We sense older goblin kings contained within him. He is a perfect vessel for Kybring into. And yet, how does that help anyone?
Yes, why do the old goblin kings want to be along forever?
I did not, yes.
Well, as I was saying before, we know they are in the body. We don't know if that's voluntary. Perhaps if Marsanax takes control of Gregor, he has all of their powers as well as his.
And he knows that he would know how to unlock their
abilities, which would make him a very frightening foe.
This is another long shot. We don't know how he is getting the former goblin kings into Gregor, correct?
Correct.
We don't.
We merely sense them inside him.
Yes.
Could Fitzrall be there? And if so, could we contact him?
I heard the voice when I was inside of Gregor, but I could not tell you if it was Gregor or if it was somebody else. Not a voice you can hear where you can make that sort of distinction.
So, let me get this straight. You say we split up. Eabis goes to the moot and checks things out for us. One of us goes to the archive, and one of us goes and checks on Gregor.
Given the time we have to operate, that might be the best way forward.
So
I feel like each of these missions are dangerous, and I would like to not go on any of them alone. Kingsmoot probably least immediately dangerous, but an honest assessment of my skills and abilities would seem to indicate that I am not the one to go and build early bridges.
No, no.
Other people do not seem to react well to the fact that I am always right.
Frustrating though it seems to be.
It's awful.
Well, do you want Gregor then, Charnak?
Can you just take him fishing where no one can find him for like 3 days?
I will tell you what I can do. I can infiltrate the Azure Foundry. I have done it before, and I can do it again.
So I check out how that.
But we have so many hopes pinned to you, Dinfa. I am loath to send you there by yourself.
Well, we saw how going by ourselves worked out last time.
Before we do anything, perhaps the 3 of us should pay Gregor a visit and see the aftermath of this battle.
Yes.
See if he still lives. Certainly we have enough time to do that before the Kingsmoot.
We have 36 hours.
We should also consider our fort.
Yes.
That might take a bit of a conversation.
Well,
Do we know?
we have to know who is nominated.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
But we know that any original can join no matter what. So it could be Vivinex.
Well,
the
you know
ancient.
that I just want to interrupt here just for a second because you do know that anyone who's been nominated can go, and any Goblin original can nominate themselves.
Aha, okay, that's what it is.
And Vivinex nominated you, Dinfa, and I can't remember, but you all three have been nominated by people at the temple
By a different original.
by a different original.
And so those originals, if they nominated us, cannot nominate themselves?
They cannot nominate themselves. Everyone gets
But
one
someone else could
nomination.
nominate them.
Yeah, one nomination and one place.
Yeah, they would have had to know that they were nominated at this point.
But Sheba was asking who she should nominate when you told her that Fitzrall was about to die and that the Kingsmoot was coming.
But didn't we suggest that she nominate Gregor? And then we were like, wait, but if Gregor is involved, he'll already be nominated.
And then she started asking too many questions and we took off.
And you took off. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that other guy that helped us?
A.L. Durin.
No, the guy who helped us get out of the market in the first place.
Hicksaw.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of. There was another.
You're talking about DeHage?
Yeah.
Oh,
Markeith DeHage.
Markeith DeHage. He's still in the Azure Foundry.
Still in the Foundry, yeah.
We think. I was assuming he was dead.
And I even recommended that you all make sure that Sheba nominate him, but you thought it was a bad idea.
Well, I just don't think he can do anything. But
Yeah, he's not exactly a warrior.
He makes stuff.
he does make stuff.
He makes plans. And then when they go bad, he makes a new plan.
Even in that movie, so you're useless.
So you make plans that fail?
You make plans that fail? No. He is the person we can trust the most. Tom is right about that.
Agreed. Just he is not. We don't know how up to speed he is on any of this.
Any of it.
Or if he's just kicking back in the Foundry.
Let's be clear. The people I trust are currently in this conversation. Whoever our fourth is, they will be an addition, an important addition, but they will be at arm's length and we should not rely on them.
No, they will be a fourth just for the formality of it, perhaps.
Vivinex will fight on our side, I believe, and that is good enough for me. If a better option presents itself, I'm happy to go with it.
Do we need to ask Vivinex if she was nominated?
I believe she said she was, but yeah, why don't you go ask her, Eabis, because I don't think she likes me very much.
Okay, don't go anywhere.
People seem to like Eabis.
All right. You going to see her?
Yeah, I will.
She's got the temple dragons. The ones that are in human form are heatedly discussing things when you arrive. There's 4 of them there. The other temple dragons are flying around, snapping at each other high in the sky, flying around like petulant dragon children.
What is going on? Why is everybody squabbling?
We are deciding whether we should go or not.
How many were nominated?
And then the ones that are like sitting there, like Vivinex raises her hand, and one of the men raises his hand, and then they both point up at the sky and they say, "And all of them."
And do they all want to be king?
No, they all want a very fancy meal, and they want to reconnect with their friends. And that's what we were arguing about. They say that it doesn't matter who is king. Whoever has the most votes on day 1 should be named king. They say that no fight should happen, and we should just go back to living our lives here in the temple, and it will all be as it always has been. I disagree. So do I.
Well, I don't know anything about that. But I do know that we are concerned about who becomes king. Because it seems like there are nefarious plans being made. Setups that have been centuries perhaps in the making. Dinfa was nominated. I was nominated. Charnak was nominated. We mean to name our support behind Dinfa. We need a fourth, and as many as would support Dinfa would be welcome, of course, for those that want to have a dinner. But I do not know that we can just give in after one round of voting.
Yes, this is what I was thinking, but... And she kind of looks up at the dragons and she says, this will cause a giant schism here amongst the temple. I think what you must do is you must go with an open mind. And each of you recruit like crazy. It is a great honor to be named a third, a fourth. It is a very dangerous thing to be named a second. Assuming you do fight and you lose, the first and the second will be completely smote from existence. The third and the fourth will be allowed to bend the knee, take a place of honor in the new king's court.
I see.
So, recruiting a third and a fourth, if it is Bodum who is going, look to his second. Whoever is his second is the most dangerous person there. You would do well to kill that person. I would say your second versus his second, and however you can make it happen. Poison, stealth, or in his face, blunt force trauma, any of them. The one who would be king should take part in none of that. Do you understand me? You will lose votes.
If this is before the fight or during?
Well before.
I see.
While you are recruiting.
Does anyone in our party know Purify Food and Drink?
Don't you, Sam? It's a ranger spell.
Whatever they're suggesting we do, they will also do unto us. we should be warned. Every recommendation is also a warning.
This is why you should not name me as your third or your fourth. That is a way to steal someone from the court of Bodum, or whoever it is, and still allow them at some point to join the court of Bodum.
Should that happen? I see what you're saying.
You don't actually think you're going to defeat Marcinax, do you?
To be frank, I'm not sure I even understand who is Marcinax. Unless we are just assuming that Marcinax has been calling himself Fitzrall, but there were so many things where it did not line up correctly.
Well.
So you think this is Marcinax and Bodum going to...
You are the one who said that to me. I have no idea.
Bodum, for sure, is trying to be king.
Well, he's not an original. So someone in the Horde must nominate him.
Unless he is the second.
Even if he is the second, he must be nominated for king.
That is true. But he would be very dangerous as a second.
He would be very dangerous as a second.
Okay, well, I'm not asking anyone to decide right now. But It would be good to have assurances that if we get into a situation where we have no other choice, your help would be beyond words.
I will swear fealty to you during the Kingsmoot if that helps. What I'm saying to you is I'm not sure it will help.
I understand. But we are walking into this basically blind. We have never seen one of these before.
I've seen 2. But it's so long ago. Do you know how something that seems so important to you when you're young, and then you can hardly remember anything about it as you age? It's like that with this. But I promise you, the ones who believe they have a chance to be king and believe there's something to be gained, which I'm not positive there is, they have been planning for this, as you say.
So much groundwork has been laid that must be very important to somebody.
Listen, I don't want to try to steer you in any kind of direction, but your contract has likely been nullified. And
how do we know?
Well, do you still feel the shackles of the Goblin market about your necks? Did you hear the sound of ripping paper? Well, then you're probably free. So the question is...
Fucking him out! No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, well, the question is, why do you even care?
It's a good question.
I think if I were in your shoes, I would go wherever you've hidden Bodum's falchion and retire there. And not think about us or the Azure Foundry or any of those things. And you can see that she's like really in pain.
What's happening?
And the man in the temple steps up and says, Vivinax, what's wrong with you? And then he takes his hand and begins to cast something at her. And he lays his hand upon her, and she stumbles down and she says, I don't know who it was, but someone was in my brain trying to find out where Bodum's falchion is. Do not tell them. Do not retire. Fight them. Kill them.
This time it's personal. I think that was a line on the story to try to get you to read it.
I don't know. I think he wanted to fool you into going so he could follow you, whoever it was. He wanted you to take me to it.
What were we doing in the cabin, Vivinax?
What?
Just before this, what were we doing?
Well, you were taking the souls of Moradin's hammer.
Okay, I just want to make sure it was you. Let me go confer with my compatriots.
Okay, so you guys either have some time, like before Eabis comes back, Eabis leaves, or you can just wait till Eabis, could just fast forward through that. I don't know
They're
if you
both
have
just
anything,
like peeking out the windows.
any other business. Yeah, their business that you want to take care of that there.
I just wanted to confer with Eabis.
Okay, all right.
Dinfa and Charnak. This is crazy. The fight begins at the formal time, should the fight be needed after the votes. But apparently that does not stop people from fighting ahead of time. Vivinax just informed me that the second of whoever is nominated is essentially subject to the same punishment as the first, should they be defeated, meaning the second will die with the first. But the second is usually then the most dangerous person, because they will not be the king. And the king should not portray any bad behavior in front of everybody at risk of losing votes, but the second can. So the second does. So food may be poisoned. You know what I mean? There may be fights. She recommended we find out who the second for Bodum is and we kill them. If Bodum is, in fact, nominated.
Yes,
And
and
the
how
first.
does Marcinax plan to appear? But I think the first thing that we can do now, since we are well rested, is journey to Hardad and see if Gregor Wint still lives. And if so, we should make contact.
Do we have a plan for what we do with him?
Yeah, the plan is we get there and play it by ear.
I suppose that is a plan that cannot fail.
We have a good working relationship with him. I believe one of us must take the risk of investigating his mind more thoroughly than we have in the past.
Well, I just had a thought, which is he spawned a goblin with that girl,
Yeah, he did.
but we do not know who the true father is.
Yeah,
What if he is this is going to sound strange, a breeder?
A breeder.
He can put out the lineage of the kings past, perhaps.
I sense his role is more important.
That probably too.
Too much has been focused on Hardad, and what has been focused on Hardad has been focused on Gregor Wint.
But we know why hard that. All that stone. That pink stone that everybody wanted.
Well, maybe he is dead and we have nothing to be concerned about.
Well, let us hope.
I'm also kind of curious to see what came out of that temple.
I am curious and slightly frightened.
I agree we should check. But, Eabis, it sounds like we are no closer to discovering who our third is.
What do you mean who our third is?
Did you say something was wrong with Vivinax?
Vivinax wanted to remain neutral until, just as we were finishing our conversation, somebody invaded her brain.
So she's compromised.
Just right at the end there, someone invaded her brain. You know. But it was chill. She's cool.
I don't know that she is compromised. She said they were trying to find the location of the falchion.
Yes, it seems as though our fourth may be a powerful political chip to play, and we might hold it in reserve.
Yes, she
I
said
think that
we
is
should.
good counsel.
She said she recommended, and then I'll debrief them on everything that was said, but that we should lobby and meet people there.
Okay.
Because the third and the fourth, they can bend the knee if the one they support is not the winner. The first and the second cannot.
So that means we should be strategic in who we choose.
It is.
Between us.
It is a good idea, yes.
But who is third and who is second among us?
And who is first?
And who is first?
These are good questions to figure out.
Let us go to Gregor Wint. There will be plenty of time to discuss this.
Okay. So, you have, I think you have a symbol that takes you to the prison, which is actually very close to the battlefield. You also have a symbol to take you to Wint Manor, which is 30 miles away from where the battle was.
But we could draw the symbol of Wint Manor at the battlefield.
You definitely could.
Yeah, we could.
So yeah, I think we should go to the battlefield first.
All right, so you're gonna go to the prison, and then you're gonna like make your way there.
When we
It's a
say
couple
the
of miles from
prison,
there.
that is
That's where we picked up those fresh bodies.
Those fresh bodies. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I mean, you're outside the prison. That's where you ended up.
Yeah,
So.
just didn't want to pop out in a cell.
Okay. So you're gonna draw that symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. So you draw it. Create a door. Open the door. Walk through. And as soon as you walk out, you can smell it's the smell of burning hair and death and actual smoke, exactly in the direction where the temple is in the battlefield.
Smells like dragons around here.
Yeah. And
You get that sense of burning hair and death. That's what they smell like.
And you were arriving as the moon is center sky. It's probably 11 p.m. or so. Hard to see, very far, but there is good moonlight, clear night, but you can smell smoke. And are you going to walk there?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a 40 minute walk to the place. And it's the plains. So, you can see pretty far if it was light, but you're definitely,
is there moonlight?
There's definitely moonlight, lots of moonlight, full moon.
Well, and we have dark vision too, right? So
yeah, but to 60 feet, you're not like looking out through the horizon and like seeing a battlefield, right? You can't even see the smoke rising in the air. Like it's dark. You can smell it though.
Yeah.
So you're walking, and when sorry, go ahead.
Should we try to move stealthily now?
I'm gonna make a perception check, see if I.
You mean like in history?
Here.
Okay.
22.
Okay. You guys want to do the same? You can tell me what you're looking out for as you're moving.
I'm listening for dragon flight.
Okay.
I'm apparently not looking out for anything with my natural 1.
30.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Boom.
All right. So John, you're Dinfa's trying to hear the sound of beating dragon wings.
Yeah.
And Tim, what is Eabis trying to see or hear for?
I think Eabis's main concern is what came out of the temple. So,
So you kind of have your eyes trained in that direction. The moonlight is illuminating because it's the highest point for miles, and the moonlight is, casting shadows where that is. You can see that in the distance. You do not see things or beings, creatures on top of the temple here, but And then Sam, what is Charnak looking for, trying to listen for?
Eyes on the skies.
Eyes on the skies too. Okay.
Because
All
it's
right.
dark, and a high flying dragon, you would really only see them by certain stars.
Yeah.
Winking out and winking back in.
Yeah. So you are sort of scanning the skies, and you've been here before, so it's not just the giant or the huge dragon. You know that he's got little bitty cubs. Yeah. And so you're sort of scanning around, and you're pretty well convinced that the dragons are not flying as you're sort of walking your way toward the battle area. When you get about a half a mile away from the temple, you start seeing bodies, dead bodies, just a few here and there when you're about a half mile away, and then it becomes much more prevalent. and you're going, and you're still looking up and kind of listening in, and it's not a dragon that you see, but you see in the air something that's on a trajectory that's not coming directly toward you, but it's dark, and it's heading about 500 feet to the north of you in the direction of the temple. And you hear just a deafening thud as something huge hits the ground. And when it hits the ground, your eyes track toward it. You don't see what it was, but you now hear, like, definitely creatures. And you hear something with a very deep voice say something. Let's see here. Does anybody speak giant?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So you
Charnak
hear,
does, right?
No.
so you hear
Everything but that.
and then you hear more running.
Toward us?
Away from the thud.
Okay.
So some toward you. And again, it's pretty far away, about 500 feet away from you, but you can't see
Something
at ground
flew through
level.
the air and thudded into the ground, and I think the giants are discussing it.
Giants?
Sounded giantish to me.
Which
Petty
side of
language,
giants?
not worth learning. I've never known a giant to have a thought that was worth communicating.
I think you are about to find out.
And then
I am going to go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace
okay. All right.
on the three of us.
I think
Okay.
that's wise.
Let us approach silently.
All right.
Got my halberd out.
Okay. So you hear, as you're moving toward, you hear this movement. Some of it's heading kind of toward you. And how far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
60 feet. But you can kind of see some of the things, like, it's, and in the moonlight, you see two like huge creatures who are sort of running in your general direction. And you can see that one of them in the moonlight has like a fire red beard, and they are at least 12 feet tall. And they are running still. You can tell they're definitely running away from whatever thing hit the ground. They're about 250 feet away from you now.
Is there like tall grass? Is there anything really to hide behind?
I mean, there's bodies.
Oh yeah, right.
There's horses, dead horses around you. I mean, it's not like was never the front lines of anything, but like clearly something happened right around where you are now.
I don't know what they're running away from, but they're getting too close to us. Find a place to hide.
All right. My shadow pops out, but then I make myself, I lay down on the ground and make myself like one of the bodies.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind a dead horse with my Pass Without Trace. That is a 30 stealth roll.
Wow.
Jeez.
Damn.
Nice.
I'm going to do stealth as well. 36.
Ooh, baby.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
That's another red on roll 20. That's an 8 plus 10, so that's 18. I'm gonna also lie down.
Okay. All right.
Two
So-
natural ones in a row.
I know.
That's right. Get them out of your system.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got them all out now.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just roll this real fast.
I hope you didn't waste your one crit on that apple.
For real.
Okay. So they are both running. One of them is in a trajectory that if it keeps running straight, it'll be about 30 feet away from you, from the three of you. I mean, you guys are not really spread out, right? Like you're close together behind bodies, right?
Small spread out. I don't think we're lying together, but I think
You're like 10, 15 feet apart from each other.
We're not spooning.
Yeah. And so the one that's running closer, it's about 60 feet. Now it's about 20 feet. I mean, now it's about 50 feet. And it's about to be as close as it's going to be. And then it stops. And the other one keeps running. And it says something. Let's see here. It says, Untarstabasum. And
Charnak hears in his head, I don't think I hid as well as I could have.
You're doing great, Eabis. You are passing without trace.
and
Let us hope, but this giant making me nervous.
and you suddenly see that he's close enough you can see him crystal clear. He unsheathes a giant great sword and pulls a rock from his pouch and scrapes the side of his sword. And when he scrapes the side of his sword is suddenly on fire, and he is like using it to like look around almost like a flashlight, but you can tell it's sort of blinding him a little bit. Like he's not very smart. Like he's holding it in front of him, and he's like, now it's harder for him to even see, but he's walking now, Eabis, right directly toward you.
As that's happening, I begin moving toward Eabis. I want to be within 5 feet of Eabis.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hanasanaso.
I'm going to make some ominous whispers, use thaumaturgy, and put some whispers behind him.
Okay. How far away can you do that?
30 feet away. So it'd probably be like right behind him.
Okay. All right. So he immediately turns around behind him, and it's the goddamnedest thing. A giant boulder lands right on top of him. It crushes him.
Damn.
And his friend turns around and looks, and you can still see the flame of his great sword burning just at the edge of this boulder that's thudded in the ground. But this thing, it hurt you. Like you felt the sonic wave of it hitting the ground, and it like took your breath away. It's so big. This boulder is at least 20 feet in diameter.
And that covered the sound of me going, "Ow, shit!"
and the other giant stops running and turns back and says, "Anasa!" and runs in your direction. And let's see. He's going to roll one more time here.
Do I get to hide myself better? Can't get any worse.
We'll see. Let me see what he does.
Get covered in dust by that thud and just add a layer of camouflage.
Yeah. I don't know. He's running toward the boulder now. But he's in a direct collision course. Like you can't tell whether or not he's going to step on you, even if he doesn't see you. Like it's that close, his direct line that he's running at you. We're going to be in initiative. I'm not saying he sees you.
I got you.
But we are definitely in
12. 22.
Oh, shit.
20.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
crazy, man.
Okay.
Who is firing those boulders? I'm more worried about that than I am about the giant.
There's something dropped from the sky. Something huge.
When I was looking at the trajectory, you said it was sort of flying over our head. Can I judge where it was coming from or which direction?
Very far. You can give me an investigation check, and I will give you a sense of it.
22.
I mean, this trajectory was not a sort of high parabola. It was a much sort of lower, straighter, longer, harder, faster shot. Almost certainly fired from a trebuchet of some form.
Some big ass trebuchet.
Big ass trebuchet, and nothing that you saw when you were there.
Oh, but there was a discussion of some anti-dragon
artillery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Eabis, you got the 22, right?
I did.
So you...
How far is this motherfucker from me?
This guy's about 90 feet from you.
Okay.
And he's hauling ass, but he's not going to get here this round. He takes big ol' strides.
Yeah. I am going to ready a dissonant whispers.
Okay.
For when he gets within 60 feet.
Okay. All right. Charnak.
I'm going to use a bonus action to summon my shadow bow.
Cool.
And then I am going to...
For the non-Patreon listeners,
I was going to say,
this was his level up, his boon, his reward. He got...
I did not get a level up, but I did learn how to cast a shadow bow, which is similar to a shadow blade.
But it has much better range than a normal longbow.
It's so freaking cool.
You will hear Charnak in your head. Don't do anything that makes us bright. I'm guessing they shot at the fire.
I am holding my shot until someone else does something to the giant.
Okay. All right. Giant is sprinting. 60 feet away comes.
Okay.
Hit him with dissonant whispers?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the is it a wisdom saving throw?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 20.
Okay. Is this your at will spell?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, this is his other This
was my
boon.
special thing.
Yeah. Okay. DC what?
20.
All right. So you get him, and as like you guys see him, he's running toward you, and he just
7 damage.
Stops in his tracks and turns around and runs backwards 30 feet.
His movement's only, I guess it's the rest of his movement. No, you run his reaction is to move as far as his speed allows.
Yeah, he's got 30 feet movement.
Okay.
He was dashing.
30 feet of movement.
I know. That seems like low for a...
It takes them a long time to move those big legs.
I guess so.
That's what it is. But he knows where you are now. So, not that it really matters.
How would he know where I am?
Well, you had to get up.
This is just some shit in his head.
Oh, I guess that's true. Well,
I mean, he
Charnak's
knows
about
which
to
way
fire
he
on
turned
you.
around and ran from, but that's just from the boulder. Like, that's just a
there's
general direction.
No verbal or somatic if you cast it that way.
Well, there
right?
is a verbal,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean it has to be loud.
Okay, I thought you were saying you cast it with like sorcery points or something.
No, I didn't. So I guess maybe if his ears are good, he could have heard me.
Yeah, 60 feet away is not that far away. But
No.
But also Charnak, as soon as Eabis hits him with a spell, I'm taking it you're going to hit him with the shadow bow.
I don't get to add my
Dex, yeah.
my dex to the damage, do I?
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Awesome. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So firing from hidden, I'm assuming I'm doing this with advantage.
Yep.
And with my elven accuracy, I get triple advantage. So here we go. Sec. Let me get one more. This is, by the way, with sharpshooter on.
Okay.
That is a 20.
You're going to hit him.
All right. That is 23 psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
It's all psychic damage.
It's all psychic damage. It's so crazy. Okay. So yeah, so you hit him and you all see this, like, you see him run and he turns around and then right in his back a sort of a dimly lit arrow pierces him and pierces him right in the head. It looks like it's like homing in toward his brain, and he runs 30 feet away. So he is now back to 90 feet away from you all. And it's his turn, and he turns around, and you see him reach down to the ground. He is throwing this in the general direction of Eabis. He has disadvantage. You're laying down, but also he can't see you too good. He kind of knows where you are, but not exactly where you are. So he is throwing a big ass rock your way. Let me see here. It's going to be...
So if I'm lying down, ranged weapon, that's like total cover? Or is it just...
this is disadvantage. Yeah, no, it's not total cover.
No, yeah, so it's disadvantage.
Yeah. This is just disadvantage. Oh, 26.
So 26 in my general area.
This thing comes in, it's big, and it just clips you as it's being slung in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready?
I mean, sure.
All right.
Oof.
And 25 damage, 25 bludgeoning damage. This is a rock, like,
God.
just it barely even, it doesn't hit you mid section, doesn't hit you in your head. It like clips your arm as it's like falling down. And
Eabis lets out a loud yelp.
And he runs, and he's back to 60 feet away from you. And it is Dinfa.
Eabis! I shoot my shadow out. Well, my shadow's already out. I get up and I rage, and damn it, too far away. I get up. My shadow is gonna run to 30 feet in front of me, and we're gonna run toward the giant. And you said the giant's also running towards us?
Yeah.
So once it's 10 feet away from the shadow's going to attack.
So it's 60 feet away from you, and your shadow.
It'll be 30 feet because we ran up. I ran up 30 feet.
Okay.
The shadow was 30 feet in front of me.
Okay.
So is it already 60 feet?
Yeah, that was its turn. It went back to 60 feet away. So your shadow is there.
The shadow is on top of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we run up. The shadow is going to be, it doesn't really matter with the giant, but it's going to be 10 feet away from the giant, and it's going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
And slice out its Achilles.
Okay.
I am raging. I'm doing all of it.
When you get there, you realize, when you can kind of see now, it's wearing plate armor too.
Okay.
So it's
hard to hit.
It's well protected. Yeah.
Yeah.
But parts of its legs are available. It's not like
I can find the chink in the armor.
You can definitely find the chink.
Big enough. I can find the chink in the armor. All
And
right,
they're proportionally very big.
Very big for you. Yes.
Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh,
that's a natural 20. That's a crit.
That's a double critical.
That's a double crit.
It's a waste of a crit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's pretty. That's real pretty. Someone ought to screenshot that shit.
That's nasty. Okay.
All right.
Hang on.
Get
You're right.
all your dice out.
You're right. I'm
No,
gonna get all
he's
my
taking a
dice out.
picture.
I
Oh,
am
he
taking
is
a picture
taking
of
that
it
picture.
because that is beautiful.
He's gonna have to remember
But
this.
your computer could do it for you.
Yeah,
Nah, but it
But
won't
then
be
it's
in
not
the
on
place.
his phone when he wants to show it.
exactly. When I want to show it off. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
that's the place where he has his children's birthday videos.
Not
He wants to be in the
He's going to
same
conceive
place.
another one tonight. Because of that.
All right. Here is the damage. Ah! Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Because nope. We're gonna skip the radiant part because I just used the shadow halberd. So that is 21 plus 12. So 33
22 plus 12?
is
34.
22. What's that?
34 damage.
34.
Yeah, 34.
Yeah. Jesus. And this is slashing, right?
Slashing.
So you slash him, you hit him right in the knee, and as you cut through him, fire erupts at the end of your halberd, and small bits of grass are now burning around you.
Okay,
Don't-
well again, this is my shadow.
Yeah, around your shadow.
All right. Okay,
Wait, because
that's-
it's still slashing damage your shadow does, right?
yeah, still
Okay.
slashing damage.
It's not more psychic fucking damage, right? You bullshit assholes.
I think
like-
with a hit that hard, that is psychic damage.
I don't think so.
it's
All right.
it's slashing damage and psychic damage.
All right,
That's
how many
like,
more
oh
attacks
fuck,
do you
what just
still
tried to
have?
kill me?
Hit number 2. Reckless. Raging. 20.
God damn, you hit him again.
All right, here we go. Okay, I keep hitting the wrong thing. So that's going to be 19 damage.
Okay. Oh no! Arnold
And also, I'm going to. This is probably stupid.
Probably. Let's just skip the extra attacks. You mean?
No, no, this doesn't help anybody. Nope. I was thinking about trip attack, but it doesn't help anybody because everybody's doing it at a distance. So, I'm going to do my Unleash Incarnation.
He was probably too big for trip attack, right?
I can trip him.
Isn't he huge?
I can
He's
trip him.
huge.
I'd have to look it up.
I thought he
might
has to
have
be one size.
I think it's
one
I
size
think it's
category
large. I think it's
larger.
large or smaller. Yeah.
Somebody enlarge me. Okay, I unleash Incarnation and do one more attack. Reckless. 21?
Jesus. 21.
No, it's 19.
19 still hits.
19 hits. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. So that's 27.
Oh my God.
27 damage.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Just destroying this guy.
Damage roll.
Yeah. And
10 on the
every one of
1d10.
those hits just hit. It's just like fire is erupting out of his legs and he is screaming out. And
That's good. That was like my next move was like light some fire to let the trebuchet come and just destroy it.
Exactly.
and it is your turn, Eabis.
I guess the question is how badly did Dinfa just fuck him up?
I mean, very badly. He did over 100 damage.
Yeah. I guess the question is like, do I go for the kill shot or do I?
No, almost 100 damage. Sorry, no, he didn't do a whole 100 damage. Man, use that excellent cantrip of yours, Dissonant Whispers. Give Dinfa another chance to hit.
Now I don't want him to move because if the trebuchet fires,
That's true.
Mhm.
That's
Well,
true.
but if he moves, I have Sentinel now. So if he runs away, I get an opportunity attack and his speed becomes 0.
Oh, that's so crazy.
oh,
It's
that's
still just your
fucking
shadow
that's,
next to him, right?
Yeah, it's just my shadow.
Yeah.
But your shadow can do
My
that.
shadow can do the Sentinel feat.
Oh Jesus. Okay, well that's better because I was just going to use a whole person and just be like, go to town. But Dissonant Whispers is free.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You have to do hold monster anyway on him. It's a fifth
But he's a
level spell.
humanoid, isn't he?
He's a giant.
He's a giant.
So he's not a humanoid.
No, he's a huge giant. Is his character
Yeah.
type?
Oh, that's too bad.
It's
Okay,
creature
well, then this is even better.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Dissonant Whispers then.
All right.
DC 20.
He gets advantage, right?
9 psychic damage, and he turns tail.
Oh, I don't know why I want to run. I'm not afraid of you, little man. But he runs.
All right. And I'm not gonna do great weapon master this time. I just want this to hit.
Okay.
26.
Yes, that hits.
His speed becomes 0.
Until
And
when?
9 slashing.
Till his day.
When did
Until the end of the turn.
the end of his turn or your turn?
It says the turn. I guess it was the end of until his next. I don't know. Let's see.
End of this turn. It's end of this turn.
I think it's the end of this turn because it's not. My turn's already done.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the end of this whole
So
round.
when it's his turn again, he
When it's his
can
turn
move.
again, he can move again.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Until then, we can
then presumably you will have reaction
and more
turn.
fire bursts out of him.
All right.
All right.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm going to move up 30 feet so that I'm within 30 feet. I'm going to tag him with Planar Warrior.
So you're like right next to Dinfa now, right?
No, I'm circling.
Okay.
I'm perpendicular. But still advantage because we're still in dim light.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Do you have triple advantage or just the
I do.
regular?
Here it comes. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Oh, 15.
Okay. That doesn't seem to hit him.
All right, doing it again.
Okay.
That is a 22.
22 will hit.
All right, here goes nothing. Now, this is all going to be force damage
Okay. Right. You're switching out to force. Cool.
because Planar Warrior changes everything to force.
Okay.
That is 27.
Christ. Okay. All right.
27 force damage.
Yeah, that fucks him up too. It seems to fuck him up exactly as much as a psychic damage is fucking him up.
I got a bone. Oh, no, I don't. I used it for Planar Warrior. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. So he takes out his rock, strikes his sword. It is now flaming. It is so big, and it just lights up an area of like 40 feet around him. And he swings on the shadow here.
Now, before he does that, I just have a quick question about Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
I hit him, so his speed is 0. But now that it's his turn, does he have
has
to run
speed
away
again.
again?
No. So Dissonant Whispers is awesome because it allows you to get opportunity attacks.
Right.
It doesn't continue controlling him after, like, on his turn.
On
It
his
forces them to use the reaction, so he
Yep.
doesn't have a reaction, and the
Yep.
reaction has to be spent running away at maximum possible speed.
But it's over after he
Yes,
after that
that's
one
it.
round.
That's the end of the
Yeah.
effect. It doesn't
Yeah.
reduce
Yeah.
his speed. It's just his reaction's gone.
Yeah.
And if his reaction was already gone, he wouldn't be able to move.
Okay.
Right. So it's
Interesting.
not you force him to react, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So he swings. Oops, that's not right. Shit. He swings on your guy, 25.
Yeah.
He just cuts through.
Gone.
And he runs direct line to you, Dinfa. So he gets to
I was
you.
about to say, I'm standing up. I'm right there. I've been yelling.
Yeah. So he gets up to you.
Yep.
You get to do a reaction, right?
He is.
He gets up to you, right up to you.
That's okay.
You're not going to use it?
No.
Okay. All right. And he is going to swing 24.
24. Son of a bitch. I was going to use the shield. But it is too. It's too much.
Okay.
And he gets advantage.
He gets advantage with his flaming sword.
That's annoying.
Yeah. And it's going to be, oh shit.
I bet it's not going to be that much, John. Don't worry.
I'm sure it's not going to be very much.
But John's got lots.
Now roll a comically large number of dice.
I know. Well, but I'm raging. I mean, I still going to take half of it.
It's so much.
Comically large number.
So much damage. Oh, and also you're raging, so he has advantage
That's what I
against you
just-
anyway.
What now?
You're
He has
raging,
advantage
so he has
against you
advantage
anyway.
against you
No,
anyway.
it's a reckless attack.
He has advantage against me because of reckless attack.
Yeah.
But he doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, he has it because of the flaming sword.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Okay. 25 slashing damage and 17 fire damage.
Because it's on fire.
Just cuts through you.
Jesus.
And some part of you hears in a deep distance.
So I'll take 21 damage on that.
You're going to take, no, that's 42 damage.
Yeah, but I take half. I'm raging.
God damn. Really?
Yeah,
That's
really.
not right.
It's right. It's correct.
All right, fine. Okay. And that's his turn.
Still hurts.
Still hurts, but
Yeah.
it's not 42.
And it's you, Dinfa.
All right. Damn it.
Get the fuck out the way.
I'm gonna
I don't know
take.
what to tell you, man.
Get out the way.
I
Dash. Do not disengage. I'm telling you, it's so big.
So
Run.
no. I'm trying to
love you,
figure out.
man.
I'm trying to figure out if I could like teleport away with my shadow, but I think it's a bonus action for the teleport and for putting out the shadow. So I'm going to disengage and dash.
You can't dash and disengage. You're going to get 30
I'm going to
feet.
disengage and run, or I have to dash in order to get out of the way because 30 feet's not enough.
That's what Thomas is
I'm
intimating.
telling you, this thing is not super accurate.
Uh-huh.
It crushed a guy. It's
It's
really
gonna hit him
big.
in the head.
It's really big.
It's going to hit him in the head before it hits me.
Okay. 30 feet probably is enough.
I'm going to.
The other
I'm
guy
still-
was standing still. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to put out my shadow in front of me.
It might still be aimed at where the
It's
thing
aimed at
was.
the light of the
Yeah.
thing. But Tom's going to play his fuckery games anyway. He's gonna
Tom's
try to
playing his
explain
fucking
it
games.
away.
They're shooting at the sword.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Which is going to be 30 feet away from me and also 40 feet in the air.
You know, they see him and they're like tracking him. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to know where they're shooting.
Yeah, he got my shadow. I should have put it back out. But there was nothing I could do. I'm gonna dash the 60 feet.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna put my shadow back out.
All right. So here we go. He's gonna get an opportunity attack on you.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 24.
With that damn advantage. All right.
Yep.
That'll hit.
All right. Maybe it won't be as bad as this time. No, not as bad this time. 37 damage.
All right, so
Almost the same when you cut it in half.
so that's what
18.
18.
18 damage. Unless you have like fire resistance or some shit. I don't think you do.
I don't have that.
All right. And then you gonna do anything else? You sent your shadow out. Here we go. D9. Can I roll a D9?
Yeah, just type it in.
D9.
D9'd.
All right. Dead Center's 5 is gonna clip him.
Oh, it's like we don't all get a chance to move before it lands.
It's coming. He gets
Okay.
to roll. It's not hitting dead center, so he actually gets to roll a dex save. Dead center, no dex save. All right, here we go. Well, he doesn't have good dex save.
It's funny that you picked a D9 instead of an 8 or a 10 because they're both just right there.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
Well,
about
a grid, a 3x3 grid.
3x3 grid. That's what I'm going
But then
for.
his head on the top.
Yeah, his head's on the
That's
top.
the 10.
Okay.
The critical hit.
All right, here we go. Let me get this thing rolling. You guys are going to
Dennis
just
Hopper at
laugh
the end
at
of
how many.
Speed.
You're going to laugh at how much this is. So this is he's going to take a quarter of this. No, half of this.
Quarter.
Half of this. It's not a direct hit.
Mm-hmm.
A dead hit is 15d20. Okay.
What?
15 D20?
So this giant boulder just is like flying through the air. He swings at you. He hits you. His sword is coming up in the air, and it looks like the boulder hits his sword almost dead center. And it just whips past you, and it just causes a shockwave in you when it lands. And you look up, and the giant is still standing there, but both of his arms have been ripped off by the boulder. And his sword is, you don't even see it. It's like it's underneath the boulder. It's probably gone another 60 feet of rolling past you. And he kind of looks around stunned as blood shoots out of his arm sockets.
Like Phil Hartman from the All Drug Olympics.
From the All Drug Olympics. And he just goes down to 2 knees and then falls on his face, and we're out of initiative.
Holy shit, man. 15d20.
15d20
So
is bad.
that boulder does between 15 and 300 damage.
300 damage for a direct hit, yeah.
The fact that it could do 15 damage is comical.
It's so funny. That's true. I mean, that
Like it should
would
be like 30 d10. So
That would
you
be
know
like
what I mean?
it
Or
nicks
like-
your pinky. Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits, but it just like takes an ear off.
Yeah.
But this thing could clearly just eat up an army,
Yeah.
right? Because it hits on the ground and it continues rolling and killing everything.
I mean, these are meteor swarm numbers.
These are meteor swarm numbers. You are correct.
Jeez.
All right.
Fellas, I think we should abandon stealth and just run.
No. I think we should be dark. Visual
Just
stealth.
no light. Stay in the dark.
Sam,
I
does
say
Shadowblade
still on the ground, hiding in as much grass as possible.
Shadowblade requires concentration, right?
It does.
So pass without trace.
We
is
don't have
gone.
pass without
Okay.
trace anymore.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. All right. So
Unlike Baldur's Gate 3, which I was just playing again today, where Shadowblade does not require concentration
It does
and
not. That's
lasts
cool.
until a long rest.
that's
wow.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So guess what my Hexblade uses?
So is that what you guys are doing? You guys are going to be running, or are you going to be sneaking?
Sneaking.
Okay.
All
we're
right.
Sneaking.
All right. So as you are walking and you're going toward the Wint encampment, or where it was before, right? That's where you're headed.
Yeah.
So you're getting about equal to the temple now, and it's like bodies everywhere. Monsters, kobolds, humans, elves, dwarves. This is clearly was a front line of something for a while, a brief moment, who knows, but there's a lot of dead bodies here, and you are definitely having to like step carefully not to like step on a person. And then you get into a clearing and there's no more bodies, and you can see ahead of you the Wint encampment about another 1,000 feet ahead of you. And it's sort of illuminated by moonlight, and you can see that there are pikes set up in front, just kind of a makeshift wall of like defenses here. As you get closer and closer, you can tell that there are people there, and someone spies you in the moonlight, and they call out to you, and they are speaking Dwarven. Who here speaks Dwarven?
Now that I speak.
Yeah. So you hear someone say, "Oi! Tell me true. Are you one of ours?"
And I say,
Yes, we're 3 of yours, and we just made it through the line. We need to speak to Gregor immediately.
"Tell me the other language you speak." And he switches to common. He says, "Can you still understand me, man?
Yes, I can still understand you.
Anything
still
else you
understand you."
speak?"
and then I throw a little Elvish in.
Oh, ho, ho. I definitely would also understand you if you spoke this one as well.
Oh my goodness! He is one of ours.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. and 4 horsemen come out from a makeshift gate, and they ride out, and they say, "Wait, whose unit are you in? Are you with Wesley, or are you with the king?"
We are part of the company of Golden Knights affiliated with Gregor.
Oh my God! Come then. Maybe you can tell us what happened. And
Oh shit!
and they lead you in, and you realize that this encampment is close to where the Gregor Wentz encampment was. It sort of overlaps with it. It's an entirely different. The colors are different. All of those things are different. This is certainly the King of Hardat's like encampment now. But you realize, looking around, that dead center where the war tent was, that was Gregor and Wesley's tent, there's a crater there. like 20-foot radius crater. And they walk you right past it, and the dwarf that's with you says, "I wasn't anywhere near it, but that came from inside the tent, not outside the tent."
Oh no!
And they take you into another nice looking tent, and there is a very handsome gentleman that you recognize in there. This is Wesley. And this is the right-hand man of the King of Hardat, uncle to Gregor Went. And he sees you and he says, "You're his Golden Knights. I remember you. You gave us a warning about the temple, yes?"
Yes.
"What has happened to my nephew?"
That is what we came to ascertain. He sent us away on an urgent mission. We have returned to we know not what.
"Oh my God. Well, come have drink. Sit with us. I will debrief you first, and then I will, if your information is helpful, I will let you speak to the king." And he pours you a flagon of ale and hands you each one. And just you guys are all in your original bodies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mime drinking it.
Okay.
but do not actually drink it.
Okay.
All that poison talk has really fucked me up a little.
Yeah, it should be fucking you
It's
up.
maybe another doppelganger situation.
Give me a performance check.
Well, I ain't great at this. Ooh, natural 20. That's a 19.
Okay. You're so good at it.
Go.
You're so good at it that your comrades don't even notice that you're not drinking. All right, he hands you each a flagon of ale. He says, "What do you know of Olivia Miller's daughter?"
We know that she was his beloved companion, mother to his child.
And you know she must have been raped or otherwise compromised in order to make that green abomination.
I make no judgments in that regard.
12 of my men were destroyed in that explosion in their tent. Neither Gregor nor Olivia nor the abomination were inside when we pulled the bodies out.
That is confounding.
Yes.
And no one saw them leave.
No, they all saw them in there. And then one of my men went in to question her. And not 5 seconds later, an explosion that took out the tent, all of my men who were inside, and many of his men and my men within a, what would you say? And then his scribe who's in the tent with him says, 60 feet radius. We measured it. 60 feet radius. of the tent, which was already huge.
How goes the battle, sir?
Not well.
I see the artillery is in place.
The artillery's in place. The dragons struck soon after you left. They were able to take out our ballistas, but not our trebuchets, and we have made quick work of his footies. But it's unclear. I do not know where Collier and his cubs flew off to, but they are still about. And I have no idea what the other lines, what remains of them, but we have been launching at the fire giants that joined the battle quickly after the king did. Now, what was your deal with Gregor and the Golden Knights? What price did he pay to you?
To be frank, he still owed us money.
How much money?
At the conclusion of the year, I believe it was, let's see, to us personally or to the company as a whole?
The company as a whole. To you personally, I would like to make sure that you are well compensated, because what I have to say next will require you to be somewhat loyal to me over him. And I assume that you are mercenaries and are willing to speak to the highest bidder.
If our previous employer has been killed, we are currently without employment. He owed us 1,500 gold for the company at the end of the last campaign season. That would count to the three of us. We would each be taking 120 gold pieces.
He looks at you.
It may seem like a lot, but they do not call us the Golden Knights for nothing.
And he reaches out from his scribe, and his scribe brings him 3 large bags of gold. And he reaches in and begins counting out, and he pulls out very large stacks of ingots, and he passes it over to you, and he gives the remaining gold back to his scribe, and you realize he had a lot more gold than 1,500 plus 120 or 150 each. And he says, there you go. You should be all caught up, and I will double that amount each if you bring me the head of the abomination baby.
Consider it done. Do you have any idea where we can begin looking for them?
I think the coward ran back to his manor and left the fighting to me like his family has always done.
Well, that should make it easy enough. Anything for Gregor or his lady love?
I believe when you take the head of the small baby, I believe that he is ensorcelled and he will be cured of it. He does not even see it as green. He sees his father's eyes and his mother, his sweet, sweet mother's hair and nose and face. It is like the Emperor's new clothes with him.
Well, this should be well within our capabilities, sir.
If he resists, kill him, obviously. And the girl.
Good to know.
Good. Out.
Very
Out.
well.
I'll speak to the king
proceed to the
your
manor.
behalf.
And then we get out, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I haven't
know,
heard of
you should have-
barbarity like this since the Orc Wars.
You should have asked for so much more money.
We don't need the money. It just needed to be believable. And I have to sack. I'm like, well, not bad.
And I try to find is there a wall?
You've never done it on a canvas tent, but you could try.
Yeah.
All right. You find a tent with a bunch of guys who are drinking in it, And
Did we figure out the trick for erasing it after we go through?
The doors?
They just said,
Yeah.
"Why don't you just erase it?"
yeah, I think you can. I think you can erase it as you walk out. I think you know how to do that.
I guess if we
No, there
erase
was a-
whatever, if there's anything on our side when we come through.
Yeah.
There was a name we said, right?
Yes. I don't know what
right,
it was
right,
though,
right.
Tim.
I was looking for it and I wrote it down, but I can't.
Baba
figure
booey, baba booey, baba booey.
it.
No, you're right. There was a name.
It was in the children's stories. We
Yep.
learned about it in Roland's Crossing, but I don't.
All right, here I can find it.
Trying to remember what
fast.
episode that was.
Yeah, I swear I wrote it down, but I can't find it, and I thought I would have circled it so I could find it easier.
Seriously.
All right, I'm gonna find it. I'm searching my notes right now.
It was like it was when we were going out of hell, and then like
Giga-diggler.
running back through.
That's so close, Sam. It's a Phiro.
A
That's
Phiro.
a Phiro,
A
yeah.
Phiro. Yeah, I can't. It's so close, Sam.
Yeah.
A Phiro.
Giga Diggler. Yeah.
Giggity giggity.
Yeah.
Giggity giggity.
Part 2, Boogie Nights.
Damn it.
Yeah. But a
I
Phiro,
know I
that's
have it
it.
written down. Yeah, well, yes.
All right, so we're
I
going
write it-
through to the manor, a Phiro.
Yeah,
We slip
right
away.
I write it on the canvas, and it flops down. We all walk through. I say a Phiro and seals it back up.
All right. And you walk out as you always have when you come here, just behind the warden's house, and Robert is sitting there outside the warden's house in front of a fire, and he looks up at you and he says, "He's gone mad. Are you here for Gregor?"
Yes, we can fix him. We have the technology.
I don't. We have the means, technology. I don't know if they know this word.
That is a word of the astral plane. Means the mechanical know-how.
He says, I don't know what happened to my friend. I don't understand. And he
Tell us
looks,
what you've seen.
He looks shell-shocked, and he's tending a fire. It's got a big cauldron on it, and he's just like looking in the cauldron, and he says, I can't believe he's asked me for this. I can't believe he's asked me for this.
What does he want, son, sir?
And you get closer to the cauldron, and you realize that he's cooking something, and what's floating up are human and dwarven hands. So many human and dwarven hands. And he's stirring the pot, and you see that he's using his left hand to stir the wooden spoon, but his right hand is missing. And that's where we're going to end episode 54. of
John's face is everything I'm
Goblin
thinking.
Market.
Ew.
Gregor, are you all right?
What in the
I
hell?
mean, all left?
We were gonna come and be friends with him, but damn, gonna knock him upside the head.
He's having some Heart of Darkness times here.
Something's going on. Damn it.
For sure.
The horror. The horror.
Oh, man. Well,
That's my two big references this episode is Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now and Phil Hartman in the All Drug Olympics.
hey, top notch. Oh, man. Well, I'm really looking forward to you going into Went Manor.
That
Great.
sounds like you're really excited.
I'm
Yeah,
really
man.
excited
really
about it.
excited too.
Yeah. Well, so come back next week on the Patreon for our bonus episode. We can
I'm
unpack
so
this a
glad
little
we
bit.
voluntarily undertook this errand.
Yeah,
Me too. I am so happy. Well, look, you open up the temple. I'll say no more.
yeah.
Yeah.
We did stuff.
We did
this.
stuff.
We
You did
caused
stuff.
things.
Things are different now because of things you did. So and I'm glad you are here, and I'm glad you're not just showing up for the Kingsmoot. That's what I'm very excited about that.
All right, awesome.
So, so come back next week for the bonus episode, and in 2 weeks, we'll be barreling into the middle.
The exciting
of
conclusion.
The Kingsmoot. The exciting middle of the Kingsmoot continues.
We'll get to the conclusion of the
Kingsmoot Part 2. We have not arrived at the Kingsmoot yet.
That's right. Vampire Surfer.
This is all the preamble.
It's all right. We're prepping. We're prepping hard.
Yeah.
We're prepping.
Well, when we get to the Kingsmoot, it'll be the Kingsmoot for reals.
Yeah.
And then we'll do something else that'll throw it off, and then it'll be for reals for reals.
Well, what I love is that there are no long rests in between now and the Kingsmoot.
That's true. That's probably
Just
true.
Fighting and whittling down.
What do you mean? We got time for a long rest.
We just have to budget where we
Unless we
squeak
don't.
one in. No, we got to budget where we squeak one in right at the end there.
Yeah. Well, I really hope you can. For you, I do hope you can.
It's
but.
feeling. I'm seeing what's happening. Anyway.
I tell you, I'm going to need one with what I've got planned.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Yeah,
I'm going to shoot my skeet.
Yeah, I'm curious.
All right, let's take that talk to the bonus.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for coming by, everybody.
Thanks for coming by.
Patreon.com/Dungeon Dads. Get that bonus.
You got to do it. You got to do it. It's so good. It's getting so good. And these guys are so on point in the bonus. They are so funny. It's so funny. The bonuses are so great. I love them. Thanks for coming by. I got my backup going. I don't know about you guys.
Backup's going, baby.
Oh, wait, but I actually paused it. But now it's going. I unpaused
Goblin
it.
Market, episode
54. Kingsmoot, part 2. The one where they go other places. Okay. I think I have this
The
thing
one where
ready.
they travel forward in time.
Yeah. I think I have it. Ready. Tim, you just edited this one too, the other one.
I did. It is fresh in my brain.
So sweet. So you're gonna do the intro? All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. Let me fix this. Previously on the Goblin Market, the Forever King is dead. Soul contracts are void, and the Kingsmoot is calling. Dinfa and Eabis absorbed the souls. Dinfa and Eabis absorbed. Fuck, I can't say the word absorbed.
Absorbed.
Dinfa and Eabis absorbed the souls. Fuck.
Tom, you got to shake off your technical difficulties. You just gotta start fresh, and like nothing bad has happened tonight.
Dinfa and Eva. This is so terrible.
Oh my god, this is a great button.
Oh my god. Dinfa and Eabis absorbed the thousands of souls from Morden's hammer, triggering a magical explosion, foresight, and thrill.